We got to talk about Salesforce stock, ticker symbol CRM. The stock has been falling pretty heavily, and I just want to tell you guys that I've been buying more. I've actually been adding more to my Salesforce position lately, and I think that I'm done buying, not because I don't think it's too low. I actually think it's very cheap right now and a very safe bet currently. But also, I just got to 10,000 on it, and that's a lot of money. So I'm looking at Salesforce right now. They've consistently beat their earnings. They continue to earn more revenue. They're buying back shares. And a company can only stay down for so long. The negative sentiment can only really hold any weight for so long until earnings come. Because ultimately, earnings are the main thing that matters. And I think that Salesforce business model is very safe for the long term. And traditionally, it's been pretty good to be a long-term Salesforce investor. And traditionally, they have fallen from a much higher point. So the 52-week range of this stock was 230 to 369. This means that it can continue to fall further, or it can go back to those highs. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think that it would be, very foolish to say that a company like Salesforce that's consistently growing revenue, making more money, making good acquisitions, and growing cash flows is going to be worth less money in the very long term. It just doesn't make sense to me. And this is to kind of show you guys my methodology and my opinion on stocks. There are going to be times where I don't necessarily get the right price buying in, but it's a price that I think is good. And if the stock drops more, it just means I get a better deal. So my psychology on this is Salesforce looks much cheaper than when I was happy to buy it, so I've been buying even more. And I think I'm going to do very well in the long term. I think I'm going to beat a lot of the, indexes and professionals because I'm just going to hold my stocks for the very long term. I'm going to buy them when they're very cheap. I mean, you could see that with Apple. I think Apple has been the best example because it just all of a sudden is worth a ton again. And it was kind of, it's kind of funny because I talked about this before in my previous video on Apple, where I said, Apple is able to bully and Apple is able to get bigger opportunities because of the market cap and because of the influence they have. And there is an intrinsic value to that. And now you can see that Apple's not paying the tariffs, for any tariffs in India. They didn't have to make an American iPhone. And quite honestly, I think that Apple really was looking to do this kind of thing anyways. And now they just presented it as a big goodwill thing with Trump. And so now I really believe that Apple's in a much better position than they were before. I think that Wall Street agrees with me on that point. And that is something where I really, really believed that Apple was undervalued for 210 or below. I said that. I think now it's probably going to be worth more realistically. And I think that with the more positive momentum, you're going to see institutional investors be comfortable investing in Apple again. I'm very happy I got in with the amount I got in with. I kind of wish I would have bought more when I knew it was cheap. And I'm kind of making this video to kind of say that I still think Salesforce is cheap. I think maybe I should just continue buying 250 or below with money that comes in from my job and just put it into this stock. But I also want to acquire some more waste management. I want to look into getting into Uber. It's just hard for me with that high premium, but I think that the potential upsides are definitely there. I do think that Salesforce is the best deal in the stock market right now. I really think that they're going to continually make a lot of money. I'm fine with holding them for the long term. The majority of analysts agree with me as well. The average analyst price target on the stock is 350. So if it hit that in 1 year, I'd be a very happy person. And yeah, I just believe that they're going to continue to make more money. I think that the product's fine. I think that they're actually in a better place because they're closer to kind of fine-tuning more of their software and their product's gotten better. I know they just acquired the other platform to help with their AI. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. Informatica, that's what it was. So I mean, Salesforce is making good acquisitions. I'm fine with acquisitions. I know that they're not going to grow like crazy forever, but I really think this is more of just a slow growth period. But eventually, I mean, the cash flows are just going to become completely undeniable and the value is going to continue to increase. I really see that as the most likely outcome for Salesforce. I don't think that they're going to be able to be replaceable. I think that's just quite frankly ridiculous. And I think they're making the correct moves. I think that Mark Benioff is a very good CEO. And overall, I'm really happy with the company. I'm also looking, though, to try to acquire some more Vici. I need to do another video on Vici since it is also my second biggest holding. Salesforce is my biggest now. I believe I have 8,800 in value in, but I'm down 1,200 on it because I just crossed the $10,000 mark, and that's kind of what this video is if you didn't know. So full disclosure, I own Salesforce. I'm not trying to grift or push it or anything. I obviously just really believe that it's undervalued at this level. And I kind of wanted to document this as well so that I can go back in time and look at what Salesforce was trading for on August 8th of 2025. Thank you guys for joining me for this video. Let me know what you guys think about Salesforce. Do you guys think it's undervalued? Do you guys think it's overvalued? I mean, I really believe that it's very undervalued for what it is. I think that the software is going to be extremely valuable going forward as we replace some of the other jobs. And I think that there's going to be different types of AI that get developed. I think that Agentforce is something that Salesforce is really pushing. And I think it could be a very strong product that could, really uproot a lot of, the call center industry and just a lot of mundane jobs that are very task oriented. I think that could be very good. I really think that Salesforce is going to continue to have good network effects as well. I don't really see them getting uprooted. I think that historically, again, like I said before, there have been huge drops in the stock and it comes back up. But let me know what you guys think. I'm also looking to hold this stock